Well, before you do the wax build up, what should be done first? Ha?
Sorry.
Kaya ka lang. Ha? Okay ba yung angulo ko? Yan. Okay. So ano? What should be done prior to your wax build up? Remove all the wax on the peripheral borders. Clean everything. Remove all the wax on the articulator or on the other areas wherein it is not necessary to have that wax. Okay? So, I will demonstrate on this side. I will change the festooning of Miss Pinsotes. Okay. As you can see, I'm not heating the wax on top because I already have a heated carver. So I see to it that when I add, it will blend. Okay? At the same time. But if you're not sure, you have to hit like that. Okay? Now, in wax build up, you have to cover up to the... Yes, correct. Don't cover the entire artificial teeth. And I don't want to have shadows, no? Shadows of the what? Of your colors of the teeth. So this is the sign, as you can see here. May I have your attention? On that area, I see some white, like this one. Can you see this? This is an indication that the wax is not properly heated. Okay, so you have to heat it again. You have to melt it again and then blend it on the previous wax. There you can see that there are white areas underneath, so you have to melt it. So I'll just do one quadrant so that you can observe. For the upper, you have also you have to include the tuberosity area. Okay, you have to build up wax on that area, but make sure it will not affect the occlusion when you place it on the lower, I mean on the opposing. Okay. So it is important for you to wait for the wax to set before you festoon. Now, the faster that you can do about this one is place it on the running water or dip it on the water. Bihasa. Takbo. Just kidding. Make sure lang na hindi na pale yung wax, Mr. Bihasa. If everything is okay, pag hindi na siya maputla, pag pala dito.
Sa rubber ball.
Okay na? For your non-adjustable articulator, you have to detach the upper member or whatever arch you're going to festoon. Okay? For your semi-adjustable, you have to detach it on the magnetic. Okay? But do not festoon by removing it on the cast. Okay? You will distort the base plate or the wax. Okay, this is your first cut. You have to hold the carver in 45 degrees. Okay, if you want, you can do it one tooth at a time. Clean. Or this is the faster technique. Okay, bless you. Okay. Remember, in your examination, don't pass your work without even doing the first cut. Otherwise, you'll have a 0 grade on festooning. Okay? Some of the examiners on the pre-board or CPE were not even able to do or to finish the festooning. In fact, most of them. Isn't it, Dr. Royo? Most of them. So that's why at this point in time, I want you to train yourself to do faster in your laboratory works. Okay, and then the second cut. You can do it two ways. You can lean the carver on top of your or buccal surface or label surface of your teeth and then make a shallow groove. Okay, just like that. Make a shallow groove. Or you can do it on the other way, from the cervical, okay? Remember, your second cut is for you only to determine the interdental or the separation of each tooth. Okay? Now you have to do the third cut. The third cut is on top of your first cut, you start it. Okay? The root formation. So what we do in the laboratory is we cut, we make a depression going to the distal. Okay? As if we're creating already the roots. Okay? Observe how I hold the carver and and my strokes on doing it. Okay, so we're trying to project an imaginary triangle or triangles. So this is your triangle for your central, short on your lateral, longest would be on your canine, and then the premolar, usually the size of the length of the crown, and the narrowest or the shortest would be your molars. Okay, so you follow the triangle. So at the beginning we did the posterior stroke on forming the roots, and then after you did that, you go to the other angle, which is on the mesial, but this time it's not long, it's shorter. Okay, a little bit shorter. Okay.
May nagme-message siya.
Oo. Baba ka muna, love. Yeah. Okay. So, this time, what you have to do is the characterization. So, we have to do first the up and out. Okay? So how do you do that? This area, the apex of your imaginary triangle is usually your attached gingiva. Okay? And that attached gingiva is the start, superior to that is the start of your mucogingival junction. And that's the area where you're going to start the up and out. So you create a shallow groove here, going up, okay? Again, you start that groove on top of your second cut and on this area, okay, the attached gingiva. So you will have a groove there. As you can see, I'm removing all the waxes I'm scraping so that it will not become messy, or as what Dr. Salonga said, it will not appear balbon. Okay? Okay? So you have that groove. In doing so, you still have to leave that shallow projection. Meron pa rin kayong makikitang elevated part going distally, pero there's already a depression. What I don't want you to have is a longer animated shape of your roots. So this is what we're doing, okay? Especially the lateral area, okay? Don't make the lateral area too bulky or bulbous. Now, once you finish everything, you have to run it with torch so that you can you can check what areas you're going to still modify. Because as you're doing the torching, you can already see, basically the form of what you did. There are already grooves. Okay? Now what you have to do is still modify a little. Okay. Also, you can check if there are some small dimples. Okay, you have to build it up or scrape it out. Okay. Now, how to do the marginal gingiva? Okay. Below the cervical line, you have to create a shallow groove. Okay, don't make it too pointed or too deep. Okay, just a very shallow groove.